Have you ever felt like life has somehow lost its spark? Like nothing excites you anymore, and even activities you once loved now feel dull and meaningless? You're not alone. Millions of people today find themselves trapped in endless cycles of quick dopamine hits, social media notifications, binge watching Netflix, gaming marathons. But what if I told you that these constant pleasures might actually be stealing your joy? In this video, we're going to explore exactly why this happens and how a simple method called a dopamine detox can help you regain your passion and clarity, making ordinary life feel extraordinary again. Dopamine is the chemical in your brain responsible for feelings of pleasure and reward. Every time you get a notification, eat something tasty, or scroll through TikTok, your brain releases dopamine. Sounds great, right? Here's the catch. The more dopamine hits you get, the higher your brain's threshold for enjoyment becomes. Over time, things that used to bring you joy now feel boring and unsatisfying. Think of dopamine as sugar. Sugar tastes good in moderation, but consume it constantly. And soon, an apple or banana won't seem sweet enough. The same thing happens with dopamine. Your brain becomes numb to everyday joys. This is where the dopamine detox comes in. It's about intentionally reducing your dopamine levels by temporarily eliminating or significantly reducing activities that provide quick, easy pleasure. By doing this, your brain resets, making normal, everyday things feel rewarding again. Scientific studies clearly show that people who regularly practice dopamine detoxes report significant improvements in motivation, happiness, productivity, and overall life satisfaction. After a detox, many say that even simple activities like going for a walk, reading a book, or talking with friends feel deeply enjoyable again. Research conducted at Stanford University found that reducing screen time and dopamine triggering activities improves cognitive function, memory, and creativity. People also reported feeling less anxious, sleeping better, and experiencing reduced levels of stress. It's not about eliminating dopamine completely. That would be impossible. It's about balancing your brain chemistry to reconnect with authentic, meaningful pleasures, rather than endless scrolling and mindless consumption. So, how can you do a dopamine detox yourself? First, pick a time frame that suits you. Start small, maybe 24 hours or even just a weekend. During this time, no social media, no video games, no junk food or sugary snacks, no binge watching TV or YouTube. Instead, spend this detox day connecting with slower, more mindful activities. Read a physical book, take a long walk in nature, journal your thoughts and reflect. Cook a healthy meal from scratch. Engage in conversations without distractions. The goal is to reset your dopamine levels naturally and gently, allowing your brain to start appreciating small joys again. When you give your brain a much-needed break from constant stimulation, incredible things begin to happen. Within just a short detox period, many people start to experience subtle yet powerful changes. First, you may notice your attention span increasing. Tasks that used to feel impossible or overwhelming become more manageable. Without the constant distraction of notifications and scrolling, your brain regains the ability to focus deeply on one thing at a time. Next, your general anxiety and stress levels often decrease. Constant exposure to rapid-fire information and digital interactions triggers our nervous system to stay in a heightened state. But when you step back, even temporarily, your brain calms down, allowing you to feel more peaceful and centered. You'll likely also see improvements in your sleep quality. Screens, blue light, and dopamine surges before bedtime disrupt your circadian rhythm, making it harder to rest deeply. A dopamine detox gives your brain the chance to restore its natural sleep patterns, meaning you'll wake up feeling refreshed rather than exhausted. Finally, one of the most powerful effects is the renewed sense of appreciation for the simple things in life. Reading a physical book, tasting a home cooked meal, or simply enjoying a quiet walk outside might suddenly feel genuinely rewarding again. Life itself becomes richer, not because something extraordinary has changed, but because your brain has returned to its natural baseline. Look, dopamine detoxing isn't magic, it's neuroscience. Your brain wasn't designed for the constant overload of stimulation provided by modern technology and entertainment. By resetting and balancing your dopamine levels, you can reclaim genuine happiness and a renewed passion for life. So, why not give it a try? Take one day, just one day, and see how different you feel afterward. Maybe you'll discover what you've been missing: the simple joy of living. If this resonated with you, please hit subscribe and leave a comment below. Have you ever tried dopamine detoxing? Share your experience. I'd love to hear your story. See you in the next video.